you guys, welcome everyone back to the channel. Um, we're gonna hop right into it, and then we're just gonna kind of wait and see what comes out. So let me give you guys a recap of what's happening. I kind of thought that within the next 2 days that something like this would come out. Let's go over this really quickly, and then we'll just kind of chit chat and wait for an update. And I don't even know if we're going to get this today, but we will be getting an update really soon. So it's breaking news. It says Oklahoma cops searching for missing Athena Brownfield, who is 4 years old, has recovered a body of a child in the area where the caregiver claimed that her husband buried the child after beating her to death on Christmas Day. Obviously, this video comes with a trigger warning, so let me go ahead and put that out there. Anytime we cover missing persons, a story where someone is missing, potentially deceased, abused, that comes with an automatic trigger warning. I will try to make sure I still say that for anyone that's hopping in that doesn't know what the story is about. I'll try to make sure that I say that. But for anyone that is not aware of the story, it definitely comes with a trigger warning. If you guys don't mind, share this video out. YouTube has not been sending out notifications. I know a lot of people are interested in this case and have been waiting to hear if they're going to find Athena, especially with what came out this morning. The information that came out this morning, everybody's just been kind of waiting around to see what's going to happen. So if you guys please don't mind, share this to your Facebook, share this to your Twitter. If you know anyone that follows this case, please share this video. But yeah, let's go ahead and let's get right into it. So it says authorities in Oklahoma have recovered the body of a child while searching for missing Athena Brownfield. The Oklahoma State Bureau of Investigations, which is also called the OSBI, has recovered the remains of a child in rural Grady County, which is right outside of Rush Springs. And Rush Springs is where they said that area is where Alicia Adams said that Ivan told her he buried Athena. They have not confirmed if the remains found are those of Athena Brownfield, who has been missing since January 10th, at least January 10th. The remains will be transported to the medical examiner's office in Oklahoma City for positive identification. Athena was allegedly beaten to death on Christmas by one of her caregivers and was buried near a fence where they used to live in Grady County near Rush Springs. This is according to newly released court documents, and we went over those documents earlier today. And the story that Alicia Adams, the caregiver, told law enforcement when she was interviewed for a second time, the story that she gave them was heartbreaking. So Ivan Adams is 36 years old. He and his estranged wife, Alicia Adams, who is 31 years old, has been caring for Athena and her sister Adina. So Athena is 4, Adina is 5. They've been caring for the two girls for about a year and a half to maybe 2 years. And they live in Surreal, Oklahoma. Now documents have revealed that Ivan allegedly laid the child on the ground and hit her 3 times directly to the chest. According to what Alicia Smith told investigators, after he landed 3 blows to her chest, she did not move. Her eyes were barely open. Alicia, who is related to the girls, reportedly told OSBI investigators that on Christmas around midnight, Ivan beat Athena to death at their home in Surreal, Oklahoma, and then drove her to Rush Springs, where he buried her near a fence line at their old property. So alarms was raised on January 10th after a mail carrier found Athena's older sister Adina wandering alone outside their home in Surreal. When investigators interviewed Alicia on January 12th, she confessed that she knew what happened to Athena. Now, when they found Adina, when the mail carrier found Adina, where's your parents? I don't know. I'm looking for my sister. I can't find my sister. I'm hungry. I'm alone. I'm tired of being alone. This little 5-year-old baby told the mail carrier, I don't know where my sister is. I'm tired of being alone. We don't know how long Athena had been in that home by herself. We have no idea. The mail carrier knocked on the door, got no response, opened the door, yelled for someone, no one came to the door. Obviously, at that point, the mail carrier contacted the police. Police came out there, spoke with Athena. Athena told them, like, her mom is Alicia, her dad is Ivan. She calls them Allie and Uncle Ivan too. And she said, I've not seen my sister in days. I've been here alone. And we do know that Alicia Adams was reportedly in Oklahoma City that past weekend on a date with her new boyfriend. Now, I want to be clear, do not send any hate to the new boyfriend. We don't know if he's involved in this. He has been cleared by OSBI. From my understanding, he is getting a lot of hate, and he had no knowledge of what was happening behind the scenes. He had not been dating Alicia very long. As far as he knew, she had these kids with her ex. Her and her ex were, back and forth, and the kids were with the ex. From my understanding, that's what I'm assuming that he thought. So they contacted Alicia when they found Athena. When they found Athena, they call the person that owns the home. The person that owns the home says, oh, I'm renting that property to Alicia Smith, or Alicia Adams. I don't know why I keep wanting to call her Smith. I'm renting that property to Alicia Adams and her husband, Ivan. So they call Alicia. She says, me and my husband are separated. My husband has the kids, or last I heard he had the kids. And they said, well, he doesn't have Athena. Athena is here. And she says, well, where's Athena? If he dropped Athena off, then where's Athena? Pretending like she had no idea, what was happening. So she was arrested on charges of child neglect. And when she first spoke to the authorities, she acted like she didn't know what was happening. She didn't know where Athena was. When they interviewed her the second time, that's when she broke and said, this is what happened. I don't believe her story. I actually think she was the one that did something, and I'll tell you guys why in just a little bit. Okay, so Alicia, who was related to Athena and Athena, reportedly told OSBI investigators that on Christmas around midnight, Ivan beat Athena to death at their home in Surreal, Oklahoma, and then drove her to Rush Springs, where he buried her body near the fence line of their old property. Like I said, alarms went off on January 12th or January 10th when her sister was found by a mail carrier. On January 12th, Alicia was arrested, claiming at first she said she didn't know what happened to Athena and Athena, but then later on confessed. She said around midnight on Christmas, Ivan beat the little girl to death, held her up by her arms, hitting her, eventually laying her on the ground, hitting her a few times to the chest. She stopped moving. Her eyes were barely open. This is all according to court documents. So according to the court documents, Alicia said she was not moving. Her eyes were barely open. He laid her on the ground, punched her at least 3 more times in the chest. Ivan left the house with the child's body around 1 a.m. on December 26th. When Ivan returned, he allegedly told Alicia that he had buried Athena near the fence line next to their old residence in Rush Springs. He added that he placed a large broken branch over the grave. Phone records reportedly show Ivan leaving the home and traveling towards Rush Springs around 4:15 in the morning. Ivan was arrested this past Tuesday in Arizona. He is waiting to be extradited to come back to Oklahoma to face murder charges. Now, when he was arrested, he is in Maricopa County, and he went before the judge where he waived his rights to an extradition hearing, saying, I'm not going to fight to be extradited. I want to go back and face this. That's what he said. He says, I need to get back and fight this. So he plans to fight this. In my opinion, I think it was her. And I'm going to go all over that. It makes more sense that it will be her, in my opinion. So when Ivan was arrested, Alicia was arrested the same day. She is facing 2 counts of child neglect. I do believe those charges, she will be facing more charges if they confirm that this is in fact Athena's body. Now, when Athena's sister Athena was interviewed by authorities last week, She told them that she had been home by herself for some time and was tired of being alone. The sister's biological parents, who have not been named, have been interviewed by authorities and are cooperating with the investigation. Athena's sister has been taken into protective custody. Volunteers in multiple law enforcement agencies have been involved in the search in the last week. It includes helicopters, boats, all-terrain vehicles, especially trained ground team, and a review of surveillance videos from all around the area. And I do have the video of him appearing in court if you guys want to look at it. In the area that Alicia Adams told them that Athena was buried. So, as much as, we want to sit here and pray that there's some shred of hope that she will be found alive, I really don't think that's going to happen. Obviously, I think this is her, but we are going to wait for confirmation. But that video was when they were still searching. But this is Ivan in court. He says, I need to get back and fight this.
Arizona showed the second caregiver in the case of missing 4.
So that was him saying, I need to get back and I need to fight this. I really think when he gets back, he is going to hire an attorney or get a public defender that is going to say, me and my wife were split up. Why was I there? I was there because she called me. Alicia did this. This is my personal beliefs that, Alicia had, and I don't want to blame this on the boyfriend. I don't think this was his fault by any means at all. But it's my opinion that we know that Alicia and Ivan split up. They have 4 other children, and then they have the 2 children that they were caregivers over. I think they split up. She has this new man that she's, interested in. And I think something happened to where Alicia lost control, hurt Athena, and she freaked out and called Ivan. I was like, I don't know what to do. And Ivan came there and disposed of the body. I think Alicia is throwing this off on him when I do think it was both of them. I really think that she was the one that did it, though. Because why would she let her 4 children leave with a man that just brutally killed a 4-year-old? Now, this 4-year-old is related to Alicia Adams. This is not Ivan's family. This is Alicia's family, right? So, Alicia tells law enforcement when she is talking to them, giving her statement that on Christmas night, that for some unknown reason, Ivan beat this little 4-year-old girl to death. Beat her to death. Then went and buried her body. You're telling me then the next day or 2 days later, 3 days later, she lets him leave with their 4 children to go to another state after she witnessed him beat someone, a child, an innocent child that was her relative? You guys, ask yourself this. Would you allow someone to leave with your children if you just witnessed them kill a child? In my opinion, I believe that, Adina and Athena were not his relatives. He had taken on the role of their caretaker. He was married to Alicia. They were related to Alicia. I think when they split up, it was going to kind of be this thing of, I'll take care of my kids, but the other 2, they're not related to me. That's going to be on you. I think when he got the call that, this is just my opinion, I think when he got the call that Alicia did something, he went back and rather than calling the police, obviously he disposed of the body. Neither one of them should have been, either one of them should have been calling the police. You know what I'm saying? If she witnessed this, the second he left to go dispose of the body, why did she not make a call to 911? Why did she not call the police and say, "Holy crap, my husband that I'm separated from just killed my second cousin"? Because I think this was her second cousin, from my understanding. I think they were both guilty. Yeah, I think one murdered and the other one kind of helped in some way. He knew he ran to AZ with his kids to leave them safe with his family. See, that's my takeaway. Like he got his kids and got the hell out of Dodge, you know. And to me, I feel like it's because he knows Alicia did it, and he was worried that something else bad would happen, potentially with one of his children. So he left. I think he left Adina there because Adina was not legally his responsibility, and legally he could not leave the state with Adina because there was no court order in place. They were just verbally her caregiver. About a year and a half, maybe close to 2 years ago, Adina and Athena's mom brought the kids to Alicia and Ivan when they were still married and said, "I need you guys to take care of them." And they said, "Okay." There was nothing, no signed paperwork. There was no court order, from my understanding. The kids had never been taken to the doctor, to the dentist, or anything. The kids had not been enrolled in school, and Adina, at the very least, should have been enrolled in school because she was 5. And where I live, they have a pre-K3 and a pre-K4. So even Athena could have been enrolled in school in some states. Not, I don't know if it's, possible there. I don't know if it's possible there, but at the very minimum, Athena should have been in school. Athena was not in school. Adina was not in school. They had not been taken to the doctor or the dentist since they had been living with Alicia and Ivan. What we know is the mail carrier found Adina on January 10th. They are suspecting that, or they were actually first suspecting that Athena went missing on January 6th. What we know now, though, is that Athena has been missing since, obviously, the night of December 25th, early morning hours of December 26th. We also know by um, Alicia's social media pages that she was out and about. January 7th and 8th, she was in Oklahoma City with her new boyfriend. She was hanging out with friends. This is devastating to think about. Okay. All right. Let me show you guys something. This is terrible because I think if this is right, then Adina had been at that house for a while. All right, so this is Allie's Instagram account. This is um, Alicia. I guess they call her Allie too. So we're going to call her Allie because I really don't know how the heck you pronounce her name. It looks like Alicia. It doesn't really look like Alicia. It looks like Alicia. Okay, so this is December 30th. This is December 30th. She is out with friends. Mind you, from my understanding, Ivan took off to Arizona with their 4 kids. Athena is no longer with us. She's out partying. Where is Adina? While she's off hanging out with friends. So it definitely seems like she was out and about having a good old time. This is December 30th. She went to some sort of ball or some sort of party or something. And she's getting her hair done. 4 days. 4 days after her second second cousin, or this little girl that she promised to take care of, was beaten right in front of her and buried. Where were the other children? Where was Adina? Where were her children? Did they see this? Hold on one second, you guys. There's something shaking back there that's making some rattling noises, and I really don't want you guys to hear some rattling noises. This woman was living her best life. She's getting her nails done 3 days afterwards. This is December 29th. This is her Christmas gifts. Somebody's fine mama. So she says, the best, y'all. Seriously obsessed with all of P&P stuff. She has a child named Briley. And so one of the hats is Briley's, one is hers. And she says, Bri, mother, yours says a bad word. I would so get a whooping. I think you need one. That's it. I'm telling Mama to whip your butt. Because maybe they're used to getting their butts whipped. I don't know. That's the way that it seems. December 23rd, this was a shirt that she had made for Christmas. But literally, just living life like nothing ever happened. Living life like nothing happened. She's out partying while, from my understanding, Adina is at home by herself. A 5-year-old. And from my understanding, Adina and Athena were both still in diapers, from my understanding, and had not been potty trained. Yeah, he took the other children so they would be safe. My opinion, she did this to the poor girl. I think so as well. And I think that's what he meant when he said, I need to get back to fight this. I think he's saying, like, I need to get back and like, defend myself. That I wasn't the one that done this. Thank you, Brooke. I'm seeing if there's any update right real quick. Oh crap, my necklace broke. Yo, I've been bad on some necklaces lately. All my necklaces, I've been breaking them. I mean, what is up with people hurting their kids and then going and partying? Like, oh, we're going to live our best life now since we just took the life of someone. What the hell is wrong with people? All right, so this is the, I'm on a live stream, babe. Dad was asleep and I wanted to go to my friend's house. Okay, I'll text him, babe. All right. Okay, so watch this. This is the press release that they put out, OSBI. You guys hear my son bounce on the basketball? I need to. Okay. So this was released exactly 1 hour ago. It says, from immediate release, update remains recovered in Grady County, which is the area that Athena is apparently buried in, according to Alicia Adams. It says the Oklahoma State Bureau of Investigation, OSBI, has recovered the remains of a child in rural Grady County outside of Rush Springs. At this time, the OSBI cannot confirm the remains are those of Athena Brownfield. The remains will be transported to the medical examiner's office in Oklahoma City for positive identification. This is an active homicide investigation, and until the remains are positively identified, the OSBI will not be commenting further. Also, we did look at pictures earlier on my earlier live stream where we went over the arrest affidavit, or was that the arrest affidavit? The court documents that we went over this morning. We actually looked at pictures as well as some of her other children. Now their faces were blurred out, but I mean, it looked like a cigarette burn here. Their under their earlobe was bleeding in a really weird way. Almost looked like someone tried to rip the little boy's ear off. Um, the other boy who was standing beside his brother, thumb was just completely black and blue, like somebody smashed it. I mean, I have four boys. I get it that boys can be rough and they get bumps and bruises, but shaved heads, bruises everywhere. Um, they found the remains in Grady County, which is outside of Rush Springs. Now, Alicia Adams said that Ivan buried Athena in that area, Grady County, outside of Rush Springs, at their old home. That they had an old house there, and there was like a fence, and that he buried her near the fence. He literally, someone beat this child on Christmas Day and took this child's life. Yeah. All right. So, okay. So we'll look at this again. I don't know how long it's going to take them to get any sort of confirmation, but we'll just kind of chit chat for a little bit. Now, look at this. This is, these are photos from Ivan's Facebook account of his children, his and Alicia's children, from my understanding, what they're saying. Okay. As you guys can see, there's the mark in between the eyes. Look at the earlobe. Also, look at the finger. Now, it's not just one finger, it's both fingers on this other little boy that's black and blue. Because this on around the little guy is the left hand. But now standing, that will be the right hand. So that means both thumbs is literally black and blue, like someone stepped on them or something. Now, either somehow these thumbs got bruised, or like I said earlier, the kid was eating some blueberries or something and bruised his thumbs. I don't know, but that looks like bruises to me. What's in the middle of his eyes? Some sort of scratch, bobo, I don't know. Some people said it resembled a cigarette burn. I don't know. Now, we already went over this was her right after, right after this all happened. This is her. Okay, so we are at the scene near Rush Spring where the remains of a child were recovered in the search for 4-year-old Athena. All right, so this is that area. Let me change the size of this really quickly so we can look at it. Can you guys hear my son bouncing the basketball really loud or no? It's really loud to me, but I don't know if you guys can hear it. Okay, so this is the area right outside of Rush Springs. That is the medical examiner's truck coming to pick up Athena, the remains that they found. Is my volume low for anyone else? You guys let me know if my volume is low for anyone else. I'll try to make sure I talk louder. Susan says, I think you are right about who took the baby's life. Makes more sense. Evil and sick, both of them. Yeah, sleep sweetly, precious angel. Yeah, her TikToks are definitely self. She strikes me a very. She strikes me as a woman that is very self-absorbed. How do you bring yourself to physically beat a child? I don't know. Thank you guys. I wasn't sure. Um, okay, so this is that fence line that they're talking about. This is the fence line. So there it is. There's the area, and there is news outlets there right now. Yes, these are from Facebook. And okay, so Wendy works with Fox 25 News. I figured she must be with like some sort of news station. So they are there at the scene. I guess just kind of waiting to see what's going to happen. Hold on, let me zoom that in for you guys so you guys can see that. I don't know how long it's going to take to get some sort of confirmation, but we're just going to kind of chat. My theory, this is my theory. So we know that Alicia and Ivan were separated. Alicia was dating Bladen, Bladen Davis, who please do not go give him any hate. It's weird to me that there's no reason to believe that he knew anything about it, but people are literally going to his Facebook and being super nasty when he could just be like a victim in this as well, just had no idea, which I don't think that he had any sort of idea. Oh, nose ring. Um, so she was dating someone else. They obviously have some sort of Christmas because I saw photos of like a Christmas tree. I saw photos of an elf on a shelf. I saw photos of her daughter doing like the Polar Express, wearing pajamas to school. No photos of Athena or Adina anywhere on her Instagram, anywhere on her TikTok, anywhere on her Facebook. I'm not finding any photos where she posted of Adina or Athena. You know what? I'm gonna look up Ivan. Um, I don't know. He may have taken this page down. Hmm. Wonder if he went by anything else. Um, this is cool. A memorial for Athena Brownfield has been set up on the front steps of her home in Surreal. Today, we learned that the 4-year-old was allegedly beaten to death by one of her caretakers, Ivan Adams, according to his arrest warrant. That is a copy of the arrest warrant. We went over that in an earlier video. This is right here. You guys see this lady right here? Maitland Presley Gandy. That is Athena Strand's mom. Um, that is a little girl that was abducted by a FedEx driver when she was at her dad's house. That is her. Maitland Gandy was having some um, health issues, so she sent her daughter Athena to stay with her dad for a little bit while she got through her health issues. And Athena was kidnapped by a FedEx driver and killed. And what's crazy is Maitland's daughter's name was Athena. This little girl's name is Athena, and they actually both live in Oklahoma, not super far away from each other. Maybe so. Oh, I think this is him. This is him actually. Wow, this is him. Okay. We're gonna look at his Facebooks really quickly. Let's see if life just went on normally for him after someone took Athena's life. Okay. I guess this was him as a boy. This was him and Alicia, whatever her name is. Okay, so this looks like their kids, which I don't really want to show. Um, I do question if their kids were abused or not. Clearly, with the allegations, makes me question. But all right, so this was updated. This was updated. Hold on. His profile page of him like on a buck and bull on January 1st. So after whatever happened to Athena. This is who allegedly killed her. Alicia Adams was the female caretaker. Ivan Adams was the male caretaker. And Alicia Adams is saying he did it. This is so wild. What is happening here? So on December 8th, he updated his profile picture to a picture of him and his wife. Then why, just a month later, was she in a hotel or what, was she in Oklahoma City with another guy? Hmm. I hate to really show their kids. I am curious though, if the kids appear to be. I saw that photo that was like kind of blurred out of their face a while ago. I want to see if both fingers were bruised. Yes, both fingers were bruised. You know what this reminds me of? What was that little boy's name? He was 8 years old. They did a documentary of him on oh, they did a documentary of this little boy. He was like 8 years old. He was being terribly abused at home. Going to school, shaved head, bruises, beaten. The teacher called CPS. Nothing was ever done, and he was ultimately killed. They did a documentary about this little boy on Netflix, and this little boy in the photo looks a lot like that. Gabriel Hernandez, was that his name? Gabriel Hernandez. I think that was his. Look at that sweet face. It was Gabriel Fernandez. Yes, Fernandez. Thank you. Um, the bio mom's name is Jasmine. Now, I don't even want to show the kids, but look at, does that not look like Gabriel? There's Gabriel. There's, I mean, the shaved head. Apparently, like when people abuse kids, they shave their heads. It's a form of abuse. I want to zoom in because at first I was like, I think both of his fingers are bruised. They are. Both of his fingers look like someone's stomped them. No, let's look at the fingers really quickly, and then we will go back and we'll look at the little boy's ear and everything. So the finger over the shoulder clearly bruised. It looks like he has like a little bit of a bobo on his pointer finger right in the top corner, and then his other finger looks bruised as well. Eli come in here like saying that he wanted to go to his friend's house a while ago. I'll talk to you in a minute. I'm gonna live. So it really makes me wonder if also because they didn't want to treat head lice. I did read, and this is unconfirmed. I saw it on like Facebook in some of the posts that they dealt with head lice. That the kids had gotten head lice a couple of times. Which head lice, kids get head lice. If you do go to school, you can get head lice. Now I do know it's like harder for boys to get head lice than girls to get head lice. Um, I don't want to be completely, but he has the bobo there. Look at the ear. Look at the thumb. I don't know. I swear it's like a form of abuse, shaving their heads. Um, so this is on his Facebook page. So it seems like him and Miss Alicia were not separated that long because just a month before she was in Oklahoma City with Bladen, she was with her husband, lovey dovey. Um, let me see if Ivan knows Bladen. No. Okay. All right. Now look at this. This is Bladen Davis's page, and Bladen was Alicia's boyfriend for a very, very, very short period because just a month ago she was still with Ivan. Was this the breakup? Did he leave her? Was he like, did this happen and he leave her, say, you know what, I'm out, and she started dating someone that soon? I don't know. But I do remember seeing posts on Bladen's page where like Alicia like hearted some things, I do believe. So let's see. Wow, they're blowing his page up. Okay, I know. I think it was here. Oh, right here. One man's I'm not ready is another man's I knew the second I saw her. I'm pretty sure. Yep, she loved this one. So there she is. Oh, you guys can't see it. Sorry. Let me make this a little bit smaller. Okay, so on his post, let me double check what day that was for you guys. I'm trying to figure out exactly how long did he know this woman? Like, obviously, she was just with her husband a month ago. Okay, so on January 7th, which was the weekend that they were out, she hearted his post. One man's I'm not ready is another man's I knew the second I saw her. A man settles where he finds peace, not beauty, not money, not status, not peace, not status, not money, but peace. And then he says, found the gold mine with a wink. And she hearted that one. I wish she would at least just kind of tell us how long they have been talking. She hearted this one too, I believe. Stepdaddy shark doo 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 doo. Your baby mama cute doo 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 doo. He posted that. She laughed at that one. She hearted this one. January 5th. Trying to see. He might be a felon, but he's the reason I fell in love. Well, she gonna be a felon for sure. She laughed at that one. That was January 5th. Um, Women be like, babe, can you open this jar for me? But flipping furnitures and breaking car windows during arguments. Can't see who liked that. There's one that I can't see. I'm slowly becoming the person I should have been a long time ago. She hearted that one. That was January 3rd. Told y'all I'm coming in hot this year. January 3rd. She hearted that one. This year is one hell of a start. We balling through 2023. No excuses. She hearted that one. I may have died last night, but I look good doing it. January 1st. She hearted that one. So as bad as it was, I'm sure thankful for the lessons and blessings of 2022. Cheers to a better year. Let's see if she liked that one. Trying to figure out like when she started liking his stuff because on December 8th, her and hubby were doing just fine. Um, right, this man had no clue though. They have done. He was investigated by OSBI. He has been cleared. He had no idea, but I am curious. I don't know. To me, it's wild that in a matter of a month, like she's with her husband, and then a month later, you're like in Oklahoma City, whining and dining. That's kind of quickly. She liked this one. When is this one? This is December 30th. Oh, isn't it just so funny? As a kid, I was always an adrenaline junkie. My taste in women definitely reflects that. Dangerous women, clearly, clearly. Did she like that one? No. I wonder. Okay, she liked this one. That was December 29th. Either way, they had not been dating that long because she was with her husband on December 8th. I'm gonna check OSBI's page again to see if there's any updates. The last thing is the update about the remains recovered. I don't know how long it's going to take for them to come out and say yay or nay, but I mean, it's in the area. It's exactly where they were searching for Athena. Yeah, one of the neighbors saw a trike in the middle of the street where they live, um, which she said was weird. So she was with Ivan when this happened on the 25th. Yes. He was at the house that night. Ivan was at the house on the night of the 25th because that's where it happened. Um, so on the December 25th, like from my understanding, like they had like their Christmas or whatever, Ivan allegedly beat Athena to death in front of Alicia, then took her body and buried her body. Um, from my understanding, at some point, Ivan left with his four kids that he shares with her. Um, he left and went to Arizona, which was where he has family in Arizona. So he left to go to Arizona, and he left Adina with Alicia. Now Alicia decided that she was going to go do whatever she wanted, and she left allegedly. She left Adina at home alone, a 5 year old at home alone, which was how the 5 year old was later found because the 5 year old was outside wandering, looking for her sister, Athena, looking for someone because she was tired of being home alone. Now, the neighbors said that they saw the little trike in the road and that was weird. It makes me wonder if when at some point when she was home alone, if maybe she decided to ride her bike, like didn't know what else to do. Like, well, I'm home alone. Like maybe I should play. I don't know. I bet she was cheating. Now I did ask Bladen if he would like to come on my channel. He's been cleared by OSBI, but this is an ongoing investigation, so I don't know if he can say too much. Adina was found on January 10th. January 10th is when Adina was found. Um, so crime scene unit leaving the property. I think you have to be really careful. I mean, granted, more than likely this is her. I mean, the chances of this not being her is slim to none. But to report that it is her before there's confirmation, because I'm seeing people do that, breaking. This was 6 minutes ago. Athena Brownfield has been recovered. They have not confirmed that it's her yet. I've not seen any confirmation. Obviously, more than likely it's her. Oklahoma State Bureau of Investigation said it could not confirm the remains are those of Athena. They're not going to confirm until they get a medical examiner saying this is her. You know, that's kind of how false news gets spread when people start saying it's confirmed, she's been found. Because, I mean, of course, we all know in the back of our minds it's her, but we want that confirmation to come from law enforcement or the OSBI. We want them to say, and then we can say it's confirmed, but it's not been confirmed yet. So, do we know that it's probably her? Sure, but what's worse is a 4 year old. Yes, that baby's endured. Yep. The little girl was probably going to look for her sister on her tricycle. Maybe so. There's only a few medical examiners in Oklahoma. They actually had one out there earlier. They actually showed when one was pulling up. So they have one out there. Let me see something. It's really, really sad. All right, let's see. This is where it's happening.
Oh, shots up. Okay. .443, Roger. Well, we're not live. They're about to take us on social media. So I mean, we just have to be sensitive. You know, if I didn't see anything in any of our shots that showed her or anything like she was covered or anything like that. They probably got her in one of those vehicles. we're live.
Uh,
All right. Good afternoon, everybody. This is Sky 5 here. It's 4:34
yes.
here on Tuesday afternoon.
Yes, Tam Tam. This is where Alicia said the body was buried.
Those stories that is very difficult to tell, very difficult to report on. And this is the location where they have discovered, or where they have found the remains of who they believe to be the little girl from Cyril that went missing around Christmas. And recently we've learned that it was actually the father of the little girl that killed her on Christmas, and then have told authorities or told his wife, the little girl's mother, that he took her out here and he buried her. And this, we believe, is the site that you can see. It's kind of confirmation here with all of the investigators on the ground taking a look at this site. We believe that down there in the trees, you can see where Michael Armstrong has the camera, down there in the trees is where the location is. And but these are three in the shot. You're seeing three of the many vehicles that are on the scene here. There are at least 8 vehicles at this location. There's 4 right here where the little girl is, and then a few other vehicles over to another part of that area. And I may have misspoken, saying that it was the father that did it. We've been saying caregiver, so we're gonna say that.
It's the
But
caregiver.
there's that
It's
other
not the
vehicle
father.
you see there at this location. We believe these are investigative vehicles for Oklahoma State Bureau of Investigation and other law enforcement for this area. But a very, sad day for everyone involved, everyone that has had so much hope over the past few days after she was reported missing. And the way that she was reported missing was just a few days ago. When was that, Michael? Do you remember? Was that last Friday? Yeah. Yeah.
So this is obviously an aerial shot view of where they've located the remains of a child. And this is the area that Alicia told them that she was buried. They used to live close to this area. They had their old home is somewhere close to this area. So more than likely, just like how Chris White said, I took them here and this is where I buried him. They probably gave her a map and said where at, like where could the child possibly be, and she gave them a general idea. Now, if you see somebody just walked back in that area, that's where I think. Look at that. There's 2 people walking back over there. That's where I believe she was buried. You can see when the camera comes around. You see the man taking off walking back there. You see the 2 men. There's some disturbed dirt back in there. Look, see where they're going. That's where I believe she was probably found. You can also see that there's tire marks going right back in there. I believe whoever buried her backed right up into that area and got rid of her. I mean, obviously, there's a lot of tire marks. There's been a lot of in and out with them going to that area. But I believed Ivan probably backed his truck up or backed the Suburban up right in that area. You see the tire marks going right in there. One of those tire tracks, in my opinion, will probably from whoever buried her there. You guys see where the two guys are? There's no tarp over that spot, but more than likely because she's not there anymore. More than likely, they have moved the remains to one of those vehicles.
Okay. All right. So what Michael was saying was Michael's going to maintain as far as operating the camera. We're going to maintain some sensitivity as far as not zooming in, not getting too close to the site, to the scene, because I mean it's something that is very very sensitive and a very somber and sad situation out here. This to give you an idea where we are. We're kind of we're north of Rush Springs. Rush Springs is 4.5 miles south of us right now, and this is land that belongs to the caregiver and his wife. Now the girl, she was the mother of the child, right?
They were both caregivers, and
Okay.
she has confessed. She confessed to what happened.
Yeah.
That's how they know so much. They are family members of the little girl, is my understanding, Chase. They are family members, they're just not the biological parents.
Gotcha.
But the 5-year-old did call the male caregiver did call him dad and uncle both.
No.
The bio parents have been located, and the bio parents are cooperating. Now, the mother to Adina and Athena, her name is Jasmine, and when Jasmine had Athena and Adina, she left them with her mother for her mother to take care of. At some point, getting them back from her mother and leaving them with a lady named Tammy for a short period. Tammy took care of them for a while, and then she went and got them from Tammy and then gave them to Alicia. So, from my understanding, the bio parents never took care of Athena or Adina, and she just kind of shucked them wherever. But at this point, the girls have been with Alicia and Ivan for almost 2 years. It looks like they are getting ready to leave.
As we have discovered more and more about actually what happened, where the body was taken, which was right here in this location, we believe. We're not the
Thank you, Lulu, so much for the super chat. I really do appreciate that.
remains of this, of a little girl to the coroner's office just to do a positive identification, just to make sure that it actually is her. But this is where. Say that again. Two minutes away, or other.
They are leaving the site now. Investigators are.
Yeah. So you see investigators pulling out from where the site was. That's just kind of leading me to believe that, they have already removed the remains from the site, and they are now taking her away. And they will go from here to the coroner's office to do a positive ID of the remains. And then once that's done, they will pass that information along to us, of course, but you can kind of get an idea of all the vehicles that were out there. That might be, there's no telling what vehicle she's in, but she's more than likely in one of these 4 vehicles that are leaving the site right now. I would almost. I would almost guess that she's in one of the lead vehicles that's making its way out of the field right now.
Should I go to the site now that we know that her remains are gone, or no?
Okay. Well, so since everyone's leaving here, we're going to go ahead and our shot's hot, and you're twisting it.
Yeah, I'm actually not, but
Oh, okay.
Whew.
Okay, so Abigail Ogle's talking about that they're not confirming that this is her. They're going to make sure that it's confirmed before we are able to report that. But you can see that they have started to leave the scene. A lot of the vehicles leaving now.
So I want to be clear. They are saying this is Ivan's property. I do know that Alicia said that the child was buried close to their old home, um, next to a fence lining, where they used to live. And they just said that this property belonged to Ivan. So, I mean, we can sit here all day and say, crossing our fingers, it's not her, but it's literally on Ivan's property.
Was where we believed the remains were found. They were over here in these trees, and right down in there, I think it's right there in the bottom left of your shot there, Michael. And once we zoom in, we'll be able to see where that site was.
There it is.
It's down a little bit more.
oh, I was thinking it was up in the.
I think it's right in there. So we believe this is
Yeah,
the
that's
site
it.
where the remains were placed and where the remains were discovered just a little while ago. You can see that disturbed earth there in the top left of your shot, and that's where the investigators were when we first got on scene. So kind of some closure now to a story that has been developing over the past few days, and not the outcome that anybody wanted. But now that we know the truth and we know what happened, it can kind of begin to create some closure for so many out there, especially all the friends and family that knew the little girl. And
I mean, it still will never be closure, This little girl at 4 years old, for whatever reason, and I see someone asking about autism. There was some rumors going around that she was autistic. I've not heard anybody come out to confirm that. Now, Alicia and Ivan was not taking these children to the doctor. So, whether or not that was ever confirmed, whether or not she was ever uh, confirmed by a doctor to be autistic, it would have had to have been before they were placed with Alicia, because Alicia never took them to the doctor. So I've not seen any confirmation that she was autistic, but I have seen confirmation that she was very shy, that she was not potty trained. So it's very possible that she could potentially be autistic, because shyness is a part. Autism is a very wide spectrum, but there a lot of kids that are autistic are very shy. They are hard to potty train. She confessed so that she would not be considered the one who actually hurt the child. She was throwing him under the bus, but I know in my heart it was her. He was definitely an accomplice. That's what I believe. I believe the guy hid the body, but I believe she's the one that killed the baby. That's just my opinion.
We're so worried and scared about and what happened. Our worst fears have been imagined. But all we can do now is just pray for the family, pray for the friends that are going to be in mourning for the next few days, and for a lot of time to come. But we do appreciate you joining us on all of the platforms. We're on Facebook Live, YouTube, and the KOCO mobile app, and on Twitter. And I've got Michael Armstrong with me here in Sky 5, and just make sure you set your notifications so you get alerts whenever we do have breaking news like this. And it's not always a bad news story or something like this. There's some other things in the report also that you'll definitely want information about when they do happen. But stay tuned to KOCO 5 News throughout this evening and the days to come as we continue to bring more information about what happened here in South Oklahoma. This is south of Oklahoma City, around Rush Springs and around the Surreal area. But on behalf of Michael Armstrong, I'm Chase Rutledge here in Sky 5, and we will talk to you guys later. On behalf of Michael Armstrong, I'm Chase Rutledge here in Sky 5, and we will talk to you
Kinda
as
wanna
we continue to bring more.
I kind of want to see where the closest house is to that property. So let's see as they pull the camera back. Because they used to live close to this property, from my understanding. Ivan and Alicia. I don't know why they moved. I'm not sure. But let's check it out and see where. All right, so there's a home way up the street. Maybe that was their house. I'm not sure. It's not confirmed, but obviously, I mean, come on, you know. This is them leaving the scene. Oh, I've heard about that case, but I haven't really been following it. But I've considered following it. Yeah, I mean, I have a child that's autistic, and well, let me tell you something, you guys. While a child with autism can be different, they are so special and interesting and just beautiful children. The way my child who is autistic thinks, the way that his mind works, is just a beautiful thing. And I don't want to sit here and be like, oh, I'm so glad I have an autistic child, because he has his struggles. But I mean, his mind works in ways that I never even thought a mind could think about things until I had him. You know, autism will bring on a lot of things, trouble potty training. Um, Absolutely. I've talked about the fact that my child who was autistic managed to get out of his car seat so easily, and it didn't matter what I did. I would be going on 2-hour trips to take my older kids to see their dad or to drop them off with their dad. I would be by myself because my husband worked offshore. So I would be here with, at least 3 other kids, and then my fourth child being autistic and traveling 2 hours away. And my child would just get herself out of the car seat. It didn't matter. It could be a struggle. It could definitely be a struggle. My child who was autistic, I had to keep my eye on him. I mean, if not, he'd be out the door in a split second. But they are just such beautiful human beings. To just sit and have a conversation with them, to hear the way their mind works, they're so outside the box. Like if I could ask my neurotypical kids something, and they would answer it kind of almost the same. But then I could ask my son who is autistic the same thing, and he would just give like an answer that I'm just like, wow, that's right. Like, holy crap. My eyes were definitely open to a whole different way of life. Yeah. Does anyone have the site info for donating to the 5-year-old sister? I do not, but I will definitely try to get it. If there is a site where they're donating to her. I will make sure I can try to get that and link it. Let me see, donations for Athena Brownfield. I don't see anything. They may not have anything set up yet. Um, but if they do, I'll let you guys know. But yeah, I mean, autism is not one of those things where it's like, oh my God, this is so difficult. I feel like with autism, just like with, uh, your child that doesn't suffer from any, your neurotypical child has struggles with different things. Uh, a child that is autistic will have their struggles. And you do have to find different ways to work with them on things. But it definitely cannot be. I mean, could that be a reason this happened? If she, they're saying in a press conference, they said that she was nonverbal. Nonverbal doesn't necessarily mean autistic, from my understanding. The 5 year old is with CPS. Now, a great uncle, Adina's great uncle, came out on Facebook saying that he was going to try to get custody of her because he wants Adina to be, at least with family. Now, what's crazy is this great uncle had no idea that Athena and Adina even existed. He had not seen his niece in years, so he had no idea that they existed upon finding this out. And now he wants to try to get custody of Adina. I'm so sorry, Jessica. Yeah, Casey said my daughter's autistic and it's a struggle sometimes, but I've never considered hurting her. Exactly. Never. Oh my God. I mean, you have your times where you struggle. And I talked about that struggle one time here on my channel. I was doing like a chit chat live stream hangout, and I talked about my son who my family called him a little Houdini. Um, because he could get out of his car seat. And I struggled trying to figure out how to deal with that. And another YouTuber actually picked that up and really attacked me over it and twisted some of the things that I said and attacked me. And it was really sad. And you would think that YouTube would shut down a creator attacking someone and they're well, now, I was going to say 7 year old, but at the time he was literally like 2 and 3 years old. But they've left, this person up that has attacked me and my child. Yes. I think, from my understanding, Ivan and Alicia's kids may be with their grandparents. Yes, from my understanding, the mother, at first, they lived with their grandmother. So Jasmine is Athena's mom. Let me pull this back up so I can make sure I'm telling you guys the right information. Someone kind of messaged me like the breakdown of Athena and Adina's family. Okay, so the bio mom is Jasmine Brownfield Tucker. Their mom actually got married October of last year to Devontae Tucker. The bio dad is Wesley Brownfield. Um, Grandparents are listed. Alicia's mom is listed. I'm not going to give their names. The boyfriend, Bladen Davis, we've already talked about him. The caregiver and caregiver's husband have four biological children. And from my understanding, Alicia and the children, Adina and Athena, their mom. So Jasmine and Alicia were cousins. I think the 4 kids he brought to Arizona, they were left with his family. And I think he fled. I think Alicia killed Athena, called him, and was like, "Oh my God, I just did this. I need your help. I don't know what to do." And he came and got rid of the body on his property, and he got the kids and jetted out. That's what I think happened. Just my opinion. Athena's mom was adopted as a preteen at teen years. Um, I was not aware of that. Why didn't the mother have her children? That's a really good question. Especially, would you let your children go off with a man that you just witnessed murder a 4-year-old? But she let this man take her kids. And when he was gone with her kids, she was out partying. Why did he forget the other girl? I think because Adina was not his. Adina was not his biological child. And if you take a child across state lines and someone reports you, you can get in trouble for that. So I think he left Adina there because Adina was not his. And I think he took his children and was going to go and get away. Not cousins by blood, though, right? First cousins by adoption, or no? I thought they were blood related. That was my understanding. Wow, this is crazy. Look at this. These children lost their lives by a coward's safety nets that failed, or both. Serenity McKinney, Harmony Montgomery, Elijah Lewis, Oakley Carlson, Cody Bigsby, Athena Strand, and Athena Brownfield. All children who were killed. Sad world we live in. Adopted mom has made several posts. Thank you. I agree with you, Elle, and no, they're not blood. Jasmine was adopted when she was a teen. Thank you. The new relationship is over now. Oh, for sure, for sure. Bladen is not trying to continue dating Alicia. Alicia. Um, Adopted mom has made several posts. I wonder who adopted mom is. So wild that just on December 8th they were together, and she wrote, "I love you so much." And he says, "Love you, beautiful." Did I get the autism thing started? I don't think so. Even if Ivan didn't kill Athena, he left the other baby all alone. Exactly. Yeah, for sure. The bio dad was shouting in one of the news clips. Wow, I haven't seen that. Yeah, I mean, she should absolutely be charged with failure to report a missing child, which is Kaylee's law. So Kaylee's law states that if you are supposed to be in care of a child and you do not know the whereabouts of that child for 24 hours, you were supposed to report that child missing. Which I guess she's going to say, well, I didn't know. Right. Unfortunately, leaving Adina behind meant that she would have to stay at that house by herself for several days, from my understanding, possibly in a diaper, possibly with no food, scared, alone at night, not knowing what was like, why was she there alone? Um, Now, her words was she had been there alone and she was tired of being alone. So I am curious to find out how long she had been home alone. Ivan Adams' mother wants our help. Let's see what she wants. She says her baby Ivan is a good man. If you have messages to back up her claims, send them to her. Here's the link to her post if you want to read the comments. So Annette Adams says, if anybody has good messages with Ivan, please send them to me. I just want to help my baby and let these reporters know that he is a good man and this isn't him. Well, Annette Adams, you are more than welcome to come on my channel anytime you'd like to tell me about how great your son is. I will say, I don't believe that he's the one that physically took Athena's life. I will say that I do believe that he got rid of her, though. A little bit, where did you message me at? Did you message me through Facebook, Instagram? Someone tell her I'll give her an over the phone interview. I'll give her an interview too. What's her name? Annette Adams. Wait, I forgot to see where she lived. Sorry. Let me get back over there. Oh, okay. Let's see if we can find her. She probably already deactivated her account. I would have to imagine she probably got some not so nice comments. I mean, I would just love to know why she feels like her son is innocent. Like, clearly, he left with his kids. When he left, what was going on with the other kids? Okay, yeah. I think she took her account down. I can't find it. So these are more photos of her. God rest her soul. Man, you deserve more, sweet child. You deserve more than the world, that the world fight for you and protect you and love you. I'm sorry the world failed you here on earth, but you're in God's arms now.
They found the remains of a child. Police making that tragic discovery today while searching for a missing girl. Now, Athena Brownfield was reported missing last Tuesday. New court documents have revealed gruesome details of what may have happened to the 4-year-old and a chilling confession from the person who was supposed to be caring for her. Caitlin Ogle from our Oklahoma City affiliate explains how this turned into a recovery effort.
Little Athena's caretaker and relative was just arraigned inside the Caddo County Courthouse. Her bond now set at $500,000. Last Tuesday, Athena's older sister told a postal worker she was tired of being alone in her surreal home. That kicked off a massive search for little Athena. It started in a home, then moved to a Grady County field, then a pond. Thursday, Athena's relative, Alicia Adams, was arrested on 2 counts of child neglect. Hundreds of miles away in Arizona, Alicia's husband, Ivan Adams, was arrested. He's now facing first-degree murder and child neglect charges. New court documents show on Christmas night around midnight, Ivan allegedly beat Athena, then held her up by her arms. Alicia told investigators the little girl was not moving and her eyes were barely closed. Ivan Adams then, quote, laid her on the ground and punched her at least 3 more times in the chest. Little Athena never moved after that. We're told Athena's biological parents are now working with investigators, and her older sister is now in the care of a family member and is safe. Back to you, Nicole.
All right, thank you for that. And those remains have not yet been positively identified. We will continue to follow this and bring you any updates.
I hear you, Abby. These grandmas need to stop crying after they raise monsters. Living in a different state, she may want to think differently. Because they're all sleazy, Elle Bee. I've been listening to Making Lime Mousse. Sounds good. That's the first time that I've heard that she was with family members. So maybe a family member did get her. I know there was a family member by the name of Landon, who said he was the great uncle and he was going to attempt to try to get Adina. So maybe he did. Everything's just kind of coming in right now. Is that Bigger? Misty Bigger? Is that right? Is that name right? Misty Bigger Faircloth? Is she with her bio dad now, or which family member? I don't know if she's with bio parents because I mean they kind of left her hang, just kind of. I heard she was with DSF. No wonder this tasted funny. I heard she was with DSF, CPS, foster care, but someone may have gotten her. Bigler, thank you. I'm like, Bigger? Misty Bigler. Wow, I just completely messed my taste buds up. This is Athens High School. I don't know if this is her. Love when that happens. Both parents are, yeah, Casey. It seems so. So it says Oklahoma authorities are examining the identity of the child's remains found near murder suspect's home. So they're going to be working on that right now. They may have an answer this later today. I'm not sure. Um, if the bio parents couldn't take care of them, then they did the right thing by giving them to family. They just picked horrible family members to trust with. Well, it seems like the mother, from my understanding, would just kind of take them somewhere, drop them off. If she got mad, go back and snatch them back up and take them somewhere else and drop them off. I just got here. Did they confirm that it was her? Caitlin, they haven't confirmed that it was her, but it was on Ivan's property. It was on property owned by Ivan Adams. So where Alicia Adams said she was buried. So, you know, there's no confirmation, but I think we'll be getting a confirmation soon. I'm going to go ahead and close this video out. Y'all, did y'all see those little tablets that are going viral on TikTok? You let them dissolve in your mouth and it changes your taste buds. So anything that's sour is sweet. Well, my daughter has some. And she put them in my water. And I just took a big old gulp of this water. And now my Red Bull tastes weird. It's in the back of my throat. I got to go and like try to, I don't know, gargle salt water or something. Get this out of my throat. I'm going to be paying attention to this. We may get confirmation at some point. Send a live show messages from adopted mom. Thank you. I'll check that out. Thank you so much. I'm also getting a little shaky, probably because I haven't really ate that much today. Or maybe it's just everything happening that's got me like, oh, this is a very, very, very sad story. I'm supposed to do a live stream tonight at about 7 o'clock on the Bash Chat channel, but we're going to continue to follow this. We're going to continue, you know, as soon as there's any confirmation, we're going to talk about that. We're going to go live and just kind of discuss what's happening. We don't have confirmation, but I just don't want to say, oh, it's confirmed when it's not. It is not confirmed. Which the body was found on Ivan's property, exactly where Alicia said the body would be. So, you know, there's that. But once they confirm it, I will come back and we'll do a live stream. But I need to go just kind of take a break for a minute, kind of decompress, hang out with my kids for a little bit, and just kind of for a second. And if it's confirmed, we'll come back and we'll talk about this. If not, I'll be live at about 7. Well, let's do 7:30 on my channel, The Bash Chat. You guys, it's so hard not to cry about this, especially when you're thinking about the fact that this was a 5-year-old who stayed at home alone in that house for God knows how long alone. I have a 5-year-old, and I could not imagine a second of her even thinking that she's home alone. You know, I mean, if I'm in my room and she, Mom, I'm like, I'm here. You know what I'm saying? Like, I can't even imagine this little girl. I just want to like find this little girl and just like hold her and tell her that she's loved and everything's going to be okay. And I hate that Athena didn't get the love that she deserved and that she needed. And it's just a very sad situation. And I don't know, but I don't think Ivan killed this little girl. I think he hit the body. But I think Alicia killed this little girl, and I think she's evil. I think she's like Casey Anthony, in my opinion, because she went out partying afterwards. She went out hanging out with her man like it was nothing, getting her nails done. She had no care in the world about what she allegedly saw at all. So, I don't know, you guys. Leave me your thoughts in the comment section below. If you like this coverage, I see a lot of new people in here with me tonight. Please consider subscribing to the channel. This channel actually covers true crime and like trending topics, reality TV, but we're not going to be covering reality TV trending topics on this channel in about 3 weeks. I'm separating the content. This channel will strictly be true crime, the Idaho 4 murders, everything, Brian Koberger related concerning the Idaho 4 murders. We cover Quentin Simon, who was a 20-month-old who went missing out of his home. His mother was arrested for beating him to death. We're covering this case. We covered Athena Strand, several cases that we're covering right here on this channel. If you like, usually the way that I do it is I come on here, I give you guys the information, and then we just kind of chit chat about it for a while. So if you enjoy this type of content, please consider subscribing to the channel. I have this really big desire to hit 100K on this channel before in this year sometime. I really want to hit 100K, get that silver YouTube plaque. My kids are really excited about the possibility of mom getting that YouTube plaque. Anna Walsh, I need to look into that, Analog Kid. I've seen it, I'm just not familiar with it. But over on the Bash Chat, we're going to start covering on that channel. It's a channel that I started a while back, but I don't use anymore. But I'm starting that channel back up to cover reality news, trending topics, celebrity news, and all of that. So if you like reality news, go subscribe to the Bash Chat as well. And you can be subscribed to both channels if you enjoy both types of content. I would love to have you on both channels. If not, subscribe to whichever channel, best meets your needs and what you're interested in. But leave me your thoughts in the comment section below. We are going to wait for a confirmation. I'm going to run inside. I'm going to eat. And I'm going to kind of hang out with my kids and decompress for a little bit. But I will be keeping my eye on the news outlets out of Surreal, Oklahoma. So when we get confirmation, we can do a live stream and talk about it. If we don't get confirmation, we'll be live over on the Bash Chat at about 7:30. So yeah, let me go decompress. You guys decompress. Let me know your thoughts if you're watching on replay. Give this video a thumbs up. Please consider subscribing, and I will see you guys later tonight. Bye, everyone.